Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Dark Detective, and I would like to say I've been complaining about them since the beginning, and they finally did it. We got the descriptive name down here on the box. It's not only on the side that says DC Future State, that's fine, but the figure itself is Batman Dark Detective, and they finally labeled it appropriately for all of you inbox collectors. You're welcome. I'm going to take the credit for that because I've been bitching about it for a very long time. Now, this figure is deceptively good looking. There's a lot going on here that seems pretty nice. Is it actually nice? You're probably going to guess that because I said deceptively. It's not. And you're probably right. There's a lot wrong with it too. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Can I just point out, before we do anything else, I am sick to death of the images for these figures being photoshopped to hell and back. Like, this looks really nice. I know that's just like a red light from the side, fine. But also, they're lighting the eyes, and if they're lighting the eyes with Photoshop, what else are they doing to make them look good? Because that looks incredible. This is never going to look like that on a shelf. Never. It'll look like that for someone's specific photography, but they've got it looking like the pants are gray, like everything's a different color because of the red lighting. Like, come on. The cards and the packages they're giving us with the figures look nicer than the things we're actually paying for. That's getting a little bit frustrating. So this guy stands just about, let's say, 7 1/4 inches to the top of his melon, which makes him pretty close to, I'll go 18 1/2 inches. That should be pretty dang close. Now, question of the day. I'm going to ask it again because it's continuing. Are you guys still on board for all the variants of Batman? I'm kind of am, just because there's a lot of cool ones. Like, this one's pretty nice as far as just character designs go, but I think I would prefer like a whole run of just classic designs. Like, give me the Justice League in all classic designs. Like, go DC Universe, just spread out Justice League, classic designs. Do like 3 or 4 waves, just pop them all out. That'd be great. I like Batman plenty, but I'm kind of thinking enough might be enough for a little while, but you guys can let me know. Okay, so this figure, not bad looking. We have a dry brush all the way around on his jacket. It's sculpted nicely. It is windswept. I don't mind it as much because it's not so big and cumbersome. I think it's okay. I definitely wouldn't mind if it was just hanging straight down. But this is okay. They did that weird thing again where the part that's blowing is way longer than the part that's not. Like, if you were to stretch this out, this would be all the way to down here, like straighten out. This would be down to here, and this would still be right here. It's weird the way they are doing the windswept thing. It's so stylized, it's not realistic. Unless his cape is just, or his jacket's way longer on this side, that's kind of strange. Anyway, the wrinkles are all dry brushed up here, that's pretty cool. The Bat logo is super clean, I'll zoom in for you. They did a really nice job with that. Belt is painted nicely, no problems there. His diaper is a totally different color than his legs, that's not good. We do have some clean paintwork around here, paintwork on the arms, good enough, definitely gets the job done. We have the blue gloves and the black gauntlets. I don't know if that's accurate, you guys can let me know. I'm not familiar with this design. And then some more decent enough paintwork. I think it's mostly molded parts actually down here, but it looks good enough. And then for the head, the eyes are pretty clean. The paintwork on the face is definitely acceptable. I'd say the ears are sticking out maybe a bit considering he's wearing a helmet. His ears shouldn't be showing that much. There should be a lot more thickness to the side of his head and his ears would look recessed as a result, but it's okay. But the thing that really bothers me is whoever sculpted this, they actually put a curve in his teeth to make it look like his teeth are smiling. Yeah, that's not a thing. Like, your mouth is generally, like your teeth are generally straight across, and then your lips do the curving. But his lips curved, and then his teeth went with them. So that's creepy as hell. That's a weird looking mouth. I've never seen that before on a figure, so some kudos. It is a nice head sculpt otherwise, though. I like the overall shape. They did forget to paint his nose, his undernose. Generally, though, it looks pretty good. I would say, at this point, if I was just starting looking at this figure, so far I'd be pleased. It's a very nice looking figure for sure. Even if you're just going to stand it on your shelf, it looks pretty good. But we have to get into the rest of it, so I'll give the aesthetic and overall rating of 8 out of 10. They did a pretty good job with a few weird issues. Now, as far as accessories go, we get his grappling rope thing, which he can just hold, and it'll hang there. And he can hold it in his trigger finger hand because he has no other hands, just a trigger finger hand and a fist hand. And that's the only accessory he has, and it's also not painted. So it's just black plastic rope with a black plastic grapple thing that he can just dangle in his hand. The other accessory we get, which doesn't really count, is the black plastic display stand. Very, very useless, although it's kind of not because we still can't get ankles that work. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we do get the super duper collector card where it's photoshopped and makes the figure look way better than it actually is. And also on this one, it's like off center. That's really weird. Like, I get aesthetic artistic photography where you don't shoot something dead on, but also this is a collector card and the figure, it actually like doesn't look like they screwed up. It looks like they screwed up. It doesn't look like it's centered. So that's weird. Just a whole lot of black. Whole lot of black and almost none of the figure. What the heck? Things are so weird nowadays. Like, collector's figures come with cards of the same figure that look better than the thing. I don't get it. Okay, so accessories, 3 out of 10. Let's talk about the articulation. The head, being on ball pegs, can look up a little bit, not a lot. It looks down a little bit, not a lot. It leans to the side effectively. I like that. And of course, you get your rotation, no problems. Shoulder pads are connected to the shoulders. They do raise up a little bit, but not a lot. They are keyed in on the bicep, which definitely limits bicep rotation. This rotation is fine though. That's pretty good. It does look seamless up here for the most part, but articulation is definitely hindered. You get very little bicep swivel. Elbow has pretty good range. Oh no, that's hideous. The plastic they chose is terrible. The way they sculpted it is terrible. They didn't paint part of the elbow. That's terrible. This is junk. This is not acceptable. This is rough. Oh goodness, I didn't realize it was that bad. That is terrible. Okay. Wrists have a ball hinge in them, but they're very recessed, so you're going to get just very limited range. Not a lot going on there at all. Torso joint, we can lean him back. His cape is fighting us. His jacket is fighting us, so that's as far back as he's going to go. Now going forward, it does lean forward farther than almost any other McFarlane figure. Maybe it does lean farther than all of them, so that's pretty good. Side to side is acceptable, but pretty limited. And of course, you get your rotation. For the hips, going out to the side is pretty good. Basically splits. I like that a whole lot. They're very soft, though. He doesn't have any rigidity to his hips, really. Like, just enough. Just enough. So that's kind of a bummer. Going forward, we can't. His diaper is way too wide, and his hips are cut out very wide. That's so weird. They're making the strangest decisions at that company. Oh, and this one doesn't have any cake. I thought they would at least let us have some butt cheeks. They almost always give us butt cheeks. This Batman is not packing back there. Bummer. Weirdo. Okay, so thigh swivel is fine. They actually gave us a thigh swivel on this one, which is hideous. Put it in the hip like it's supposed to be. Oh wait, there is one in there. And a cut. What is happening? What? There's a thigh swivel up here. It doesn't work that well, but it's there, and then we have the cut also. I don't know. Okay, let's check the knees. Knees work nicely. No problem there. That is perfectly acceptable. And then for the ankles, we have the big ball hinge, which still gives us 3 positions, and it makes it almost impossible for him to stand in a neutral stance. I'll tell you what, McFarlane Toys, give us proper ankles and then stop giving us these, and you will save money. Even though these are cheap as hell, you'll save money overall because it doesn't cost any more to make an ankle that works. So that would be cool. Then you have a toe hinge, which is acceptable. Articulation on this guy, super limited. 5 out of 10. Going to be virtually impossible to pose him in any way that's worthwhile. So he's going to be standing on a shelf like this, holding his unpainted accessory. And yes, he looks pretty good like that. And that's all he's going to be. So he might as well be a statue, not an action figure. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I mean, for 20 bucks, it's fine. Sure, it's acceptable, but just barely. And so I'm going to give it a final verdict of 6 out of 10. It's generally pretty good looking, and that's saving it. But the accessories suck, the articulation sucks, and there's a lot of weird stuff going on. So having this be a different color from here, not okay. And the fact that you can't even do basic posing with this guy means he's actually just going to be standing straight up and down on a shelf no matter what. Not everybody does the hero pose thing. So, pretty disappointed in what looked like a great figure. And then the curved teeth in the mouth, I have honestly never seen that before. Unless I have and I made fun of it then and then just forgot, but look how much better the figure looks in that photo. Because the eyes are lit up and it has all this fancy lighting, like, come on. The collector card that everybody's gonna throw away is a more desirable thing than the figure that's going on the shelf. I'm unimpressed. So there it is, guys. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below, but I don't care for it. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.